Shut up and work. That's what billionaire investor Charles Delaney barked at the new maid without even looking her in the eyes. She was just trying to introduce herself. 5 minutes later, this same powerful man was on his knees, begging for her forgiveness, in front of his entire staff. 1. The cold mansion with a colder heart. Charles Delaney was a self-made millionaire, or so he claimed. Ruthless in business, colder in real life. His 50-room mansion felt more like a prison for those who worked inside it. Staff came and went. Most couldn't survive a week under his rule. He didn't believe in good mornings or thank yous. He believed in barking orders, controlling people, and reminding everyone that he owned everything and everyone around him. So, when a new maid arrived, a black woman named Marla, quiet but confident, everyone in the mansion whispered, "She won't last a day." 2. The public humiliation. Marla had only been there for 10 minutes when she first approached Charles in his grand study. She had cleaned faster than any maid before her. Spotless work. Impressive. She gently knocked and said, "Good afternoon, sir. I'm Marla, your new." Charles didn't even let her finish. Without turning around from his laptop, he snapped, "Shut up and work. I don't need names. I need clean floors." The other staff froze. The butler lowered his head. The chef clenched her fists. No one ever spoke back to Mr. Delaney. Marla stood still for a moment, eyes calm. Then she whispered something strange. "Your words carry pain, but not power." Charles scoffed. "What did you say?" Marla smiled softly and said, "You'll understand in 5 minutes." He rolled his eyes and waved her away. But in less than 5 minutes, everything changed. 3. The shocking revelation. Exactly 3 minutes later, Charles's phone rang. Unknown number. He ignored it. Then his butler rushed in, pale-faced. "Sir, there's a woman at the gate. Says she's here to speak about your late mother's will. She claims she owns half your company." Charles bolted upright. "What? That's impossible." He stormed to the front door. There, standing in a black suit and sunglasses, was a lawyer named Ms. Jennings, holding a thick file. "I represent the rightful heir to 50% of your empire, Mr. Delaney," she said. "That's nonsense. My mother died years ago. She had no one else." Ms. Jennings smiled. "She had someone. A daughter. Your half-sister." At that moment, Marla stepped forward. Charles blinked. "You..." Marla pulled out a folded letter. It was handwritten by Charles's mother, confirming everything. She had given birth to a child during a secret relationship with one of her housekeepers long ago. A child she had kept hidden from the world, but loved deeply. Marla was that child. And now, by law and by her mother's dying wish, she owned half of everything. 4. The apology he never expected to make. Charles went silent. His face turned pale. His knees buckled. He literally fell to the floor. In front of the entire staff, he muttered, I didn't know. I'm sorry. Please don't take everything. I'll give you anything you want. Just don't ruin me." But Marla didn't yell. She didn't scream. She simply stepped closer and said calmly, "You thought I was beneath you. You treated me like dirt, just like you treat everyone who works for you." Charles looked up at her like a child who'd lost everything. Marla turned to the staff. "No more silence. No more fear. Anyone who wants to stay will now be treated with respect, proper wages, and weekly rest. And I will be living here, not to humiliate, but to heal." Gasps echoed. The mansion, once cold, suddenly felt warm. 5. A new beginning. That same night, Charles quietly handed over control of half his estate to Marla. He moved into the guest wing, and for the first time in years, the mansion heard laughter. Marla didn't take revenge. She took leadership. She hired back former staff who had been wrongly fired. She started community projects in her mother's name. She even had the chef cook food for the neighborhood kids every Sunday. As for Charles, he became silent but humble. He had learned the hardest way possible, that kindness is not weakness, and that the people you look down on might one day be the ones standing above you. White heavy check mark, OUTRO, for your video. Movie camera moral of the story: never judge someone by their job, their race, or their silence. You never know who they truly are or what power they hold. Back-end index pointing right like this story? Then smash that like button. Share with someone who needs to hear this. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories every week.